By 1899, the English couldn't believe the change in the Irish golfers, and it was the beginning of a golden era for Irish ladies golf. And the ladies were also ahead of the men. They were leading the men who sort of trailed behind them.
On April 29th, 1882, a baby girl was born in Gibraltar, and she would become one of the greatest female golfers of her day, and perhaps of any day. In the year when golf at Royal Portrush will again be on the world stage, it's most appropriate that today we commemorate the achievements of May Hezlet.
We're honouring a lady called May Hezlet today, and May was an outstanding golfer, a pioneering female golfer, and she was winning competitions from the age of 16 years. She's born in Gibraltar, but spent her early formative years here in this area, and was a member of this club then. Came here to practice with her sisters and her mother, and they came here very regularly from what we understand. So she's outstanding in terms of the number of Open British Championships and Irish Championships that she has won from the age of 16. So it's fitting that she's commemorated here in the clubhouse, the club that she belonged to. And of course golf is a very big thing with the Open and so on in this part of the world at this time. So.
Bear with me, a couple more this way. She was my great aunt, so I was only about 5 when she died. So I don't know her well, but her sister Florence, who was runner-up to her 7 times in British and Irish Opens, so her younger sister died quite young. So May used to babysit for my aunts and my father when she lived in Portrush. She would be, as we live in Ballymoney, so it's not too far away. But yeah, so she was just an old grandmother or an old great aunt, I think, is probably a shaky old great aunt, but one with a twinkle and a sense of humour by all accounts.
Her mother was very keen on sports and encouraged her daughters, as well as there were 4 Hezlet sisters, and encouraged by mother, May started playing golf when she was 8 or 9, according to her, and she won her first ladies competition when she was 11. And then when she was 13, the LGU, the Ladies Golf Union, brought their championship over to Portrush, and May's life was changed after that. She saw the golf that they were able to play and realised that she had just been taking it as a minor hobby, and when they left she started working on her golf, and she also brought the other young girls, including her sisters and her friends, behind her.
She's quite, disapproving of the way modern golf is talked about and played. Her view was it is a game, and it shouldn't be quite so important as everyone makes it out to be. It was just, she played hockey, she played tennis. Her nephews represented the British Isles, Cambridge, the army, the police, in about 12 different sports, from rowing to running to and most of them didn't even play golf, so
May was born in Gibraltar and died in England, but we are very proud to claim her as one of our own. This plaque is a lasting reminder of an inspirational woman, linking the people of the past with the buildings of the present. And I have no doubt that May's achievements will continue to be a source of pride for the local community for many years to come.
I think May is an absolute role model in terms of not only her achievements, but her actual personal life as well. She was absolute credit to Coleraine and Portrush itself. So, no, look, I think there's definitely more highlight need to be put towards women's sports, and I think the best way is to be seen today by a blue plaque commemorating an absolute amazing sports person like May Hezlet.
Northern Ireland has produced many outstanding people who served to promote our reputation in the eyes of the world, in industry and in science and the arts and sport, particularly golf. We are, of course, immensely proud of the achievements of Rory McIlroy and, closer to home, of Darren Clarke and Fred Daly. For all the arrangements today, we have to thank the Ulster History Circle for their diligent researches and for making this recognition possible. And there can be no more fitting location for this commemorative blue plaque to be placed in honour of May Hezlet than on the Ladies Clubhouse at Royal Portrush Golf Club.
We accept nominations, and the nomination came from the Ladies Club here at Royal Portrush, and they put in the nomination, and it's taken some time now to get through that. There is quite a waiting list in terms of plaques and so on, but we're delighted that today we're reaching the fruition of that nomination from them, and I say it's an example of how they feel very, very strongly about May, that she should be recognised. They're very proud of her, and it's good to have the plaque here. And of course, you know, thousands and thousands of people come here for the Open Championship, so that they will all see this plaque and they'll get a little sense of who May was through the plaque as well.
Royal Portrush Ladies branch has always been popular, partly because of May Hezlet and her legacy, and we've always had a lot of very keen, low handicap women who want to play on our wonderful courses and play alongside other very good, keen golfers. And we usually have a waiting list for membership. Our ladies branch thrives, as do our girls.
There's a partnership here with the Causeway Coast and Glens Council, and we have one plaque per year with the council over 3 years. And then we've worked in partnership with the Ladies Club here, and they've been very, very helpful and supportive of the planning that went into all of this. We've met them a number of times, and you know, they've gone the extra mile in terms of all the support that is needed on the ground for a day like this to happen. But we're delighted that the council have you know, had the vision to go ahead with the idea of these plaques in their council area, because it will mean that there'll be at least 3 plaques in different areas. One of them is out in the countryside, out near Ballymoney, to Professor Sayers, who was a very prominent physicist. And now we have a prominent golfer here, so the next one remains to be seen.
Recently, one of our girls, Hannah Lee McNamara, came second in the British Under-16 Girls Championship. She had a 65 gross in the final round with an eagle at the last hole, which left the eventual winner having to have a birdie to win, which unfortunately she did. But Hannah did exceptionally well. She is a Royal Portrush Ladies Branch member and part of the legacy of May Hezlet.
She was definitely of the view that young women should get out and take exercise and do stuff. She used to bicycle from Akadui to here to play golf. You know, that's 25 miles at the age of 16, 17 or whatever she was. I think she would be frustrated in the modern day and age of the sedentary life that everyone leads, I think. And so in that sense, I think she was quite a pioneer. But she also used to get frustrated at people practicing at swings at a hole, not just walking up and hitting the ball like she used to. And played with 4 clubs, I think, you know, and that was it. She didn't see the need to have 20 clubs in your, you know, in your bag. So well, no, it's interesting. But she studied the opposition hard. You know, when I think history relates that when she was about 12, she watched English golfers who came over here and decided that we could be better, and made it her life's work virtually to be better. So
she was also very interested in the theory of golf and the practice of golf. So she wrote a book, which is quite something, about golf, and she had lots of ideas and tips and that. She was very against the idea of long skirts, for example. She talked about them, they get wet on the ground, the grass, and that makes them very heavy, and it doesn't really make for an enjoyable game of golf, obviously. So she was very pioneering at that early stage in terms of ladies golf, and an inspiration, you know, since then, obviously, for ladies that are involved in golf and that aspire to do very well in competitions and so on too, because she is seen as the sort of epitome of what you can achieve.
Her impact on the game was her legacy. She was, as I said, she was a trailblazer, and she also was encouraging everyone to come along behind her, and they did. And she was involved in the administration as well. She was a handicap secretary for clubs in Ireland and Scotland. She was a vice president of the ILGU. She was a life member of the LGU. And she was also the president of Royal Portrush from 1922 to 1951. So that's a long time to be an influence, you know, in her later years.
May Hezlet was a true role model to all the ones who play golf in Costa Coast and Glens, and it's especially fitting this year when we have the Open coming in July. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm very thankful that May's Blue Plaque has been erected here.
Having the Blue Plaque is very exciting. I mean, it's a wonderful thing to have, and there's no one who deserves it more, and it will keep her name to the fore to those who are not history nerds like me.
It's an honour. It's nice that she's been recognised, because, you know, it's thought that she's arguably one of Ireland's best ever golfers.
Well, I hope that they take away the sense that, you know, that this lady was in her teens and she started to win these competitions, but it's just an example to lots of people that if you persevere at something, if you're good at something and you persevere, then look what you can achieve.